Hello, everybody. My name is David Romero, La Copa Style, and today we are going to talk about shoes. We are talking about. I want to get you excited about real shoes. Goodyear welted shoes is what I like to call. Now, I come from a style perspective. So if you're on this page, you are understanding that I'm coming from a style perspective. And there are things outside of the range, like workwear and maybe athletic wear and something like that. So what I'm coming to you is from a style standpoint. I've been a stylist. I have clients that will share some of their stories with you about. So I just want to introduce myself. David Romero, men's stylist, and I want to get you excited about real shoes, about Goodyear welted shoes, about high quality dress shoes. And these tend to be dress shoes, don't they? I'm sitting here wondering. Goodyear welt shoes tend to be in the dress shoe category. And where do I get started? If you're new to the world of dress shoes, men's dress shoes, and you have a lot of anxiety, I don't like the way they look, they're uncomfortable, we'll talk about all of these things. And hopefully, you will start on your wonderful journey, which I am a proponent for. I subscribe to real shoes, Goodyear welted shoes. I use them almost exclusively in my wardrobe. I think they are functioning. They are a great part of your wardrobe. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, you can wear them with a suit, you can wear them with jeans. And I will talk to you about shoes. Okay, so most of the stuff that you get, 99.999% of the stuff you get at stores are not real shoes. They are glued construction. Stick with me. I know that that can scare you away, and if you're here, you're brave enough to stick with me, and I will try to show photographs of these dress shoes. And another thing is the stuff at malls and the stuff in retail stores, they're designed to look like real shoes. They even show stitching. They even have stitching to make it look like they are actually stitched, and they are not. Never mind the markups, and we'll go over the markups, and we'll talk about fair trade and manufacturing and these kinds of things. And if after talking about fair trade and markets and trade routes and stuff like that, if you get a little discomfort in your tummy and in your head about that, maybe you live in a port city. I don't know how you cannot. I think we all do. In the most consumerist country in the world, we all live in or by a port or a freeway, and we see big rigs all the time. Sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees for these things like trade routes and fair manufacturing and ethical manufacturing. And we can no longer see it anymore. We're so conditioned. And I hope that, I know that this may cause a little discomfort. Maybe it may not. I think this may be one of the biggest, most important selling points of all handcrafted items, clothes, shoes, these kinds of things, where you get into quality materials, So if you felt a little discomfort in your tummy when we were talking about fair manufacturing, maybe that's a good thing. That means you're human and you want something better. In the most consumerist country in the world, We're at a kind of turning point here, 2024. Well, I guess we're starting already talking about manufacturing and real shoes. I like to say start with a welt. Good quality shoes start with a welt, meaning they are stitched, meaning they are Goodyear welted. And you probably heard this term before. And there are a lot of different avenues to go into to Goodyear welted shoes. They go into work shoes and this and that. So I'm glad you found my style page. And that goes into the comfort, not just the comfort of your feet and your ankles and your knees and your hips and your back, but the comfort in your mind, the peace of mind to know that these are crafted by craftspersons who are skilled for 20, 25 years, and this goes generations and generations, and they use the best quality materials. Still talking about comfort here, about the comfort in your mind that these are recraftable, the comfort in your tummy that these are not marked up. And I understand. Shoes can be expensive. And I believe that I really subscribe that we should, just get what's in your budget. And I've taken, I've gone, forward and backward a little bit. Where with shoes or any other clothes, where I got something that was, that I don't know, that maybe I had to kind of throw out. Hopefully that percentage will be low with you as well. Get the best that you can afford. I actually shop at thrift stores still, and I buy online, Poshmark and stuff like that. And as of today, I try to avoid giving out names of shoes. There's a ton of names to avoid. I want to be careful because they can turn around, as of today, I'll try to stay away. I'll try to stay away from naming names of notorious bad actors and good quality shoes, because that can be changed. Just do your due diligence. Stick with me, and I'll try to avoid using names as much as I can. Okay. Let's see. I want you to have your own style. There are plenty of shoes along the formality scale. You have, let's just go through them. Let's start with a derby. Okay. Let's start with the derby. A derby open lacing system is one of these shoes that is pretty doggone common. You can kind of see them everywhere, and they can be dressed up, they can be dressed down. You can wear them with suit, you can wear them with jeans. Okay, it's open lacing system. So I'm gonna go run through these real quickly, and by no means is this a fully exhaustive video. I just want to go over some of the things. How about loafers? And you got your bit loafers, you got your tassel loafers, and you got your penny loafers, which is probably the most common. The penny loafer. Let's talk about that. Probably the middle of the road of all your formality. It's probably the easiest thing to wear, and you can dress it up. You can wear it with a suit. You can wear it with casual trousers, whatever. It's a great summer shoe. And let's talk about standing in the penny loafer. Michael Jackson, James Brown. Let's talk about the relationship of spinning dancing, certain dances that you can only do in this shoe. Not to say that you can't do other things in sneakers, but there are certain things that only you can do with a leather sole that James Brown and Michael Jackson and these guys knew about the secret. And I hope that, and any other, salsa dancer, bachata or whatever, that wood floor or tile floor in the relationship to the shoe, that can only be done, the stability and the support, that can only be done with a penny loafer, for instance. You can do it with a, okay, let's talk about a Balmoral Oxford. That's your most formal as far as business formal. Are there more formal as in, opera shoes or whole cut? I don't know. Okay, but in a business formal, I'm not going to go deep into the style things, but the Balmoral Oxford in a dark brown or a black is the most formal in the formal thing, It's a little more difficult to dress down, but you can do it, for God's sakes. Let's see what else. And then there are formal type of boots, just your cap toe boots and stuff like that, Chuck boots, Chelsea boots. Oh, going back to the penny loafer, the Chelsea and the penny loafer could be considered crossover, as far as, I want to be sensitive to genders, but if you are, I see a lot of girls wearing Chelsea boots, and a lot of guys wearing Chelsea boots. So it's a very, and same thing with penny loafers, a very crossover item that you can fit into a lot of different wardrobes. Okay. Let's see what else. Penny loafer, some of the boots. So if you have agony over this, anxiety, I get it. Most of my life, I shied away from dress shoes. Hopefully, you'll get into leather-soled shoes, Goodyear welted shoes. And, if you kind of feel as though, as a stylist, one of the biggest objections I get, one of the fastest things they say is, I can wear whatever I want, or people can wear whatever I want. That's like the easiest objection in the world. What I hear as a stylist when somebody says that to me, I'm hearing, shut up. Just shut up. And I get it. I was where you're at, and many people are where you're at. And I understand that the comfort of those Skechers at the store, or those Uggs, or those Doc Martens, they feel so comfortable at the store on the carpet when you get them. But I'm talking about long-term comfort. So every time when I use the word comfort in my style blog, remember, we're talking about the tummy, the mind, the feet, the stability, the support, the knees, how you sleep at night. That I believe that Goodyear welt shoes are the bone broth. They are the foundation of good shoes. If you prepare food, they are the most nutrient dense shoe you can get. More bang for the buck. And like I say, I understand that it can be costly, and the initial investment can be scary. They start at $400, like an Allen Edmonds, for instance. I mentioned a name, but really, Allen Edmonds, American made, probably has the most availability, and all the widths, all the colors, all the styles, and they're recraftable, easy to recraft. Talk to any cobbler, they'll know who Allen Edmonds is. And I apologize, but I have to mention the Thursday Boot Company. Why do 9 out of 10 stylists talk about Thursday Boot Company? Well, they fit right into the whole style spectrum, right? And they're Goodyear welted, they're recraftable, and they are at that rate that you can't beat. And it's an American company. Some of them are made in America. Obviously, you know, if you want the American style, they have the American kind of style stuff. You know, if you want Italian shoes, go for it. Italian style shoes. That's a different style. French, English, blah, 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 blah. You know, a lot of the stuff from Thursday Boots are made in Guanajuato, Mexico. What has a long tradition of quality footwear. So, you know, it's kind of like Chevy trucks, very American, right? Who knows where they're made? So, I want you to have your style, you know, and if you don't, you feel as though that, you know, you still feel as though, oh, you can wear whatever you want, or that you kind of feel as though, say, you know, I, you know, I don't care anything about shoes. You know, if you're saying to me right now, I don't care anything about shoes, well, just remember this, that there is a market for this, of the young people coming up, that is just going to be huge. I'm talking about the classical styles. That's what I'm talking about here. The classical styles. So if you say, I don't care anything about shoes, there is a great big market for this coming up. And again, I say Thursday Boots because they're doing things that nobody else is doing at that price point. Is they're falling into the classical style, and they're at this Venn diagram of work, style, low price, availability. So there's a great big market if you're into marketing or whatever brought you here. I come from a men's style perspective, and I just want to get you excited about real shoes, about quality shoes. And let me see, is there anything that I missed? Stability, support, leather soles. Look into leather soles. I talked about crossover shoes like penny loafers and Chelsea boots. A lot of the stuff that you see at the store, they look like real shoes, you know? And a lot of people say such and such are ugly. Well, the only thing that I see at the malls are Birkenstocks. Those are the only legit shoes that I can think of at malls that I see. It's just very exciting to see that people are still wearing Birkenstocks. And people will say that they're ugly. Well, if you're wearing Crocs, if you were wearing Uggs, if you were wearing Doc Martens, or this crap, I'm trying to be gentle here. But if you're wearing that stuff and you're saying that Birkenstocks are ugly, well, you're entitled to your own opinion. And, you know, just let your comfort, you know, be your guide. Your nose knows. Your senses knows. You know, real shoes are the bone broth. They are the foundation. Goodyear, welt, they're the foundation of your recipe for style. And that goes into formal attire as well, and handcrafted shoes, handcrafted suits and stuff like that. We'll talk about that in our formal attire video. So thank you for visiting. It's kind of rainy over here and the sun's going down. Maybe I'll do another video on formal attire tonight. I don't know. But I hope I got you excited about real shoes. That's the term that I use. I don't know if anybody else uses that term, but real shoes is what I call. And I hoped I eased some of your discomfort, and I hope that you follow my style blog, and I hope that you find it fascinating and interesting, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I didn't want to make the video too long, but a couple of points that I missed out were the broguing. So the broguing is those little holes, those perforations you see in a lot of shoes, is going to take away from the formality. So the more broguing you have, it's a less formal shoe. And also I wanted to go over the colors. The lighter the color, the less formal, and the darker the color, So the light cognac, the light brown are going to be the less formal. It's simple. It's just brown and black, sometimes burgundy. But the lighter the color, the less formal. And then the darker the color, the more formal, where black would be the most formal. And that's it.